Welcome back. Today, we're breaking down a storytelling structure that has no villain, no big fight, and no conflict, and yet it works beautifully. It's called Kishotenketsu, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use it. What is Kishotenketsu? If you've ever watched a Studio Ghibli film and thought, this feels cozy, but where's the bad guy? You've already experienced Kishotenketsu. Most Western stories run on conflict. Someone wants something blocks them, they fight to win. That's the engine. Kishotenketsu works differently. Instead of conflict, it runs on contrast and revelation. It originated in classical Chinese poetry and became a key part of storytelling in Japan, Korea, and China. It's built around 4 stages, and the word Kishotenketsu is actually a combination of all 4 of them. Let's walk through each one. Stage 1. Kai. The introduction. Ki is where you set the scene. You introduce your characters, your setting, and the general mood. There's no big problem yet, no inciting incident, just a clear snapshot of everyday life. Think of it like a photograph. You're showing the reader exactly where they are before anything changes. Here's a simple example. A boy walks to school every day through a quiet forest. That's it. We know who he is. We know his world. We feel settled in it. Stage 2. Show. The development. In the show stage, you expand on what you've already set up. You go deeper. You add detail. You show the reader more of the world they've entered. Nothing dramatic happens here, and that's intentional. You're building a sense of calm, a sense of routine. You want the reader to feel like they understand how this world works. Using our example, the boy keeps walking his path. He notices small things along the way. Birds in the branches, a broken fence post, a strange-looking tree he's never paid attention to before. We're not rushing anywhere. We're watching. Stage 3. 10. The twist. Here's where Kishotenketsu gets interesting. The 10 stage introduces something unexpected, something that seems completely unrelated to everything that came before it. This is called the twist, but it doesn't have to be shocking or dramatic. It's more of a shift, a sudden change in perspective. When you read it, you might think, wait, what does this have to do with anything? That's exactly the point. The reader is meant to feel that slight jolt of surprise. Back to our example. One day, the boy walks into the forest and everything is upside down. That's it. No explanation yet, just a new, unexpected reality sitting right in the middle of an otherwise quiet story. Stage 4. Ketsu. The conclusion. The final stage is where it all clicks into place. The Ketsu connects the twist in stage 3 back to everything you established in stages 1 and 2. It gives the reader that aha moment, a feeling of harmony or realization rather than victory. This is the key difference between Kishotenketsu and Western storytelling. The ending isn't about winning, it's about seeing something in a new light. Here's how our example resolves. The forest isn't actually upside down. The boy realizes he's been walking on the ceiling of a hidden world all along. Suddenly, the birds, the broken fence, the strange tree, all of it means something new. The world didn't change. His understanding of it did. Here's the structure laid out simply. Ki, a normal situation. Set the scene. Show, more detail. Deepen the world. 10, something surprising or out of place. Ketsu, a connection that makes everything click. The clearest way to see this structure in action is in the Japanese 4-panel comic format called a yonkoma. Imagine this. Panel 1. A student sits at their desk, studying hard for an exam. Panel 2. They check the time, highlight their textbook, and stay focused. Panel 3. A small kitten wanders into the room and starts chasing its own tail. Panel 4. The student is now on the floor, playing with the kitten, textbooks completely forgotten. There was no villain. The exam wasn't defeated, it was simply set aside. The mood of the whole scene shifted the moment the kitten walked in. And somehow, the ending feels completely satisfying. That's Kishotenketsu at its purest. In Western storytelling, we're often taught that no conflict means no story. Kishotenketsu proves that wrong. It works especially well for slice-of-life stories, where the goal is to make the reader feel something, not track a win or a loss. It creates a gentle, meditative pace that rewards careful reading. The reader isn't waiting for a fight, they're waiting for understanding. It also works perfectly for short comics, short stories, children's stories, or poetry, where a surprising twist helps the reader see an everyday moment in a brand new way. And when the Ketsu lands, when the twist suddenly makes sense, it hits in a quiet, satisfying way that a big climax sometimes can't. In summary, Kishotenketsu is a four-part story structure built on contrast and revelation, not conflict. Ki introduces the world, Sho deepens it, Ten surprises the reader with something new, and Ketsu connects everything together into a moment of meaning. It's a reminder that sometimes the most satisfying ending isn't overcoming the odds, but simply seeing the world in a slightly different light. That's all from us today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more lessons and ideas. See you next time.